Hello and welcome back to Universal Studios. We're here today to check out all the Halloween Horror Nights progress. We're now a month away, so when this video releases, we're actually a month officially away from Halloween Horror Nights. So we're gonna go check out some props. I think there's been a couple stages added. There's all sorts of things coming up and popping up in Universal Studios. So we're gonna head in there, and then we're gonna go over to Islands of Adventure because their Halloween shop did open, and they've got some stuff in there that is geared towards Halloween. I don't think it's the Halloween Horror Nights official merchandise, but hey, maybe we'll be here and they'll announce some houses. Houses should be coming soon, the announcements. Scare zones, we're up to 4 houses now for Horror Nights, but we should be getting a lot of announcements in the coming weeks for Horror Nights, so I'm really excited. Hopefully they'll announce something today, and I do want to check to see the progress on Mummy, because Mummy should be back up in the next coming weeks. Who knows? We saw a lot of team members and stuff on Twitter walking in and out of the building, so I'm assuming sometime soon we'll be able to ride it. Come along with us and we'll check out the Halloween Horror Nights progress. Just heading into Universal Studios, and these are out for Halloween Horror Nights. They don't have the medallion stuff up obviously just yet, but that should be coming in the next coming weeks as we get ready for Halloween Horror Nights here at Universal. All right, so they sent us all the way down to the right hand side. I think we're just kind of gonna wrap around back towards the ticket booth, but I don't think I've ever entered on this side. I've entered over by Blue Man Group, but must be a pretty crowded day, I think, as summer starts to wind down here in Orlando. So yeah, came in over here by First Aid, and we're actually gonna walk through here. Born Spectacular is right here on the right hand side. The bathroom's right here. We're gonna head this way because Halloween Horror Nights, all the props that were originally up, first 4 props, are actually out this way to the right. Still the Nettlewood Cemetery sign up on that prop. We've seen these props before for Halloween Horror Nights. They're on Hollywood Drive, or Hollywood Boulevard, sorry. Can't get my words straight today. But as we kind of head back down this way, you'll see more of the props that we had seen before. So nothing too new, it seems, from when we were here last time, at least on Hollywood Boulevard. But I mean, they do have the lights up ready for the scare zone. So just a month away, going into the 5 and Dime. And they do have the Rest in Peace with us, so you can be part of the tribute store again. We're gonna head in and see some of the merch in here and see if anything's changed. I don't think anything has. How you doing? But we do have original horror show merchandise. Some Bride of Frankenstein. So you do have some of the monsters and stuff that will be in the houses, but nothing in particular. You still have the Blumhouse merch, the Halloween merch. Got your classic monsters. So yeah, nothing too crazy as far as Horror Nights is concerned. So not a lot has changed since we've been here last. Just a couple more shirts featuring more classic monsters. Dracula. Got some Mummy up there. Wolfman. But yeah, nothing crazy, nothing happening yet. But as time goes on, we should start to see more and more merchandise being released, especially with the weekend announced. So it will be August 2nd by the time this video goes up, so we're now a month away, and a lot of the Florida schools are starting back up over the next couple of weeks. I go back to work on Wednesday, kids come back next Wednesday as well, but it's gonna start to die down, maybe, I think. So it might be a good time to come to the parks as the summer crowds start to kind of leave, and then August starts what we consider fall here in Florida, because Mickey's Not So Scary actually starts August 15th. So coming soon here to Florida is fall. In years past, there had been stages right here, and it looks like they're setting up some kind of lighting fixture as well. So maybe the same thing coming here to Central Park. We're gonna head this way because they do have some more stages up in this Central Park area. So like those stages over there are said to be scarecrows. Lighting fixtures up for Horror Nights, and then you have these new stages that have been added. It's been, I think, about a week, but yeah, nothing crazy. I don't think there's a lot more speakers and stuff that they've added in to Central Park, because this is going to be one of those scare zones. They'll probably have some things here to kind of block where the speakers are coming from, but I think we pretty much have seen these lights the last time we had come. They have added more speakers, I will say. So another lighting truss here, which is interesting, but because well, this isn't a scare zone normally, so it's a wonder. It might just be lighting for Halloween Horror Nights, just kind of light the path, give it that ambiance. Back here by like where the refreshment center is, and there's usually like a cocoa, there is still one, but they're doing some like work here, I think on some sidewalk, but they are getting ready to kind of put these walls away because Halloween Horror Nights has usually got a queue going this way and going back that way. And the houses for this area are supposed to be Descendants of Destruction and Bugs Eaten Alive. So 2 Horror Nights houses locations, and I can kind of see some tents back in this area. So it might just be the Universal building, so there are some like mobile home like kind of structures back here, but there also looks like there's tents back here as well. So that's where 2 of the Halloween Horror Nights houses are going to be, back here. And we're right near the restrooms for the Men in Black ride. So Men in Black's here, and then the Halloween Horror Nights houses are back here. So again, back here, there's gonna be 2 Halloween Horror Nights houses, Descendants of Destruction, and then Bugs Eaten Alive. So looking forward to those 2 houses, just because I don't know, I like original houses. I like ones that I'm not really expecting like a story or anything like that, because I feel like Universal does a really good job of just putting out a story and having it just kind of play itself out. And it's unsuspecting. You kind of walk in without any kind of known figures or anything like that, and you kind of grow attached to these original houses for Halloween Horror Nights. So back here are the rumored shows for Halloween Horror Nights. Nightmare Fuel is rumored to come back, which was the show from last year, Horror Nights 30, and then supposedly Marathon of Mayhem is the other show that's coming in, and they have added in some lighting. This used to be where Fear Factor Live was, but it is no longer here, and this is where the Halloween Horror Nights shows are going to be. They got 2 of them this year, so I didn't see them last year, so I'm excited to see Nightmare Fuel because I've heard it was really good, and then I'll check out the other as well with Marathon of Mayhem. And I did just want to read off like the speculation, because a shirt leaked for Halloween Horror Nights. So I think one of the team members, it was in a box somewhere, they snapped a picture of it. So they do have some rumored houses that are supposed to be coming, and this is part of the speculation. It's all but confirmed that that is an official shirt. It did have 7 houses on it because the Weekend, I believe, isn't going to be on the shirt. They didn't have this house that they just added planned. So it will be interesting to kind of see what they announce as far as the houses are concerned, and like if they'll get their own t-shirts or merchandise, because these houses aren't included on the t-shirt because of the late announcements. But yeah, you had 8 houses on the shirt. Prison wasn't on it because it was dropped in late, and then the Weekend, which he'll get his own merch, so that's why they don't have it. But so far they've got Monsters Legends Collide, which we already know, Spirits of the Coven, which is one that is rumored to be. You have the Horrors of Blumhouse, which was also announced, Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake, Feistade, Chupacabras, I think that's how you say that. They have the Descendants of Destruction, and then Bugs Eaten Alive, which we just talked about with Men in Black. And then they also have Halloween. Some more lighting fixtures here just across from King's Cross. And then heading this way, it's all Scare Zone from this point on. And you're gonna have more lighting fixtures up here as well. Yeah, they got some speakers up on these light fixtures as well. You do have what your normal entrance to a Horror Nights house would look like. But yeah, there's lighting fixtures all over the place here in this Scare Zone. So this is where Crypt TV was last year. And then up here above, you can see that tent there, and that's supposed to be Horrors of Blumhouse. So again, back here by like Finnegan's, they have some lighting up here on this building. They have some lighting structures up here as well. So this is easily one of the Scare Zones. Everybody knows that it's a Scare Zone, so it's only a matter of time before we start to see a lot more stuff. But you do see a lot of lighting up here on the building. And the Mummy still down. Revenge of the Mummy, one of my favorite coasters here in Orlando. They have the black scrim still up, but you can actually see back into the lockers now. So it is still closed, but there have been pictures of people testing the vehicles and team members back and forth in their own, or in their costumes, getting the ride ready. So it should only be a matter of time before Revenge of the Mummy opens. So we got a stage going up right here. Pardon our dust, we're preparing for Halloween Horror Nights. And it's a stage that's got kind of like the stairs on the back here. So right in the entrance of one of our Scare Zones. It's pretty interesting stuff here. So that's a pretty big stage as well. Like that looks like it could have a lot of action on it, maybe a couple people. So pretty large stage. And again, just kind of give you an idea where this is. You got the Jimmy Fallon ride over here. You got the tribute store, which will eventually turn into the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, which supposedly is going to be like a haunted theater. But they do have that same sign that we saw earlier over the 5 and Dine. heading back in here to one of our big scare zones. This scare zone is speculated to be our Candy Mutants scare zone, so that should be really fun. I imagine, could you imagine having to put like little pieces of candy on like costumes or like a mask or something, and how long the scare actors take to get ready for this particular scare zone? It's very fascinating. I'm really looking forward to this because I like this long stretch of the scare zone because it does tend to go for quite some time. So I really like this area for a scare zone. We're all the way back here by the New York Public Library little facade, and these are where two of the Halloween Horror Nights houses usually are. And you do have the Fiesta de Chupacabras, and then you have the Dead Man's Wharf. So you'll actually line up back there and head back around in towards these buildings. So two Halloween Horror Nights houses. Oh, that's terrifying. I hate that ride. But yeah, these are where two of the Horror Nights houses are going to be. And they do have their little lighting fixtures up here already. So definitely expect the entrances to the Horror Nights houses back here again. Still the same entrances to the Horror Nights house back here. Stage 22 and 21 back here. Red Bride Rocket. But yeah, it's still expected to be one of the Horror Nights houses, but no lighting trusses or anything like that. And I think they keep that up all year round, but maybe not. Like that's where you can usually get like drinks and stuff, I think, from what I can remember from last year. So yeah, one of the Horror Nights house's entrances. Nothing too crazy. They just took off the front here of Monsters Cafe. So not a lot has changed. You can just kind of see the work they're doing on the outside here, nothing on the inside or anything. But nothing has been announced officially for Monsters Cafe or Shrek 4D. So still waiting on some confirmation from Universal. A lot of people speculating it's Minions, so naturally I would think it would be, especially with how popular it was this summer on TikTok and all sorts of different things, different trends and stuff. So they're going to probably capitalize on the Minion Empire. Can't really see anything for Shrek 4D, but there is the little Minions sign on the wall. So one can only assume with Despicable Me right here that a Minions new ride's coming on this side. Maybe not. Could it be Secret Life? I wouldn't think it would be with all the Minions everywhere, but it'll be interesting to kind of see what they add here. And this was one of the Halloween Horror Nights houses, so they did have to do some rearranging this year. So this main drag here is going to be one of the scare zones, and there's some lights up there, but I would think that those are more permanent just because there's always events and stuff going on and they can usually use those lights for all sorts of different things. But a lot of speculation this might be Halloween, so I guess we'll find out. We'll also find out who our icon and stuff is, or if there are icons. They did use Jack last year as part of the 30th, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Will it be the Legends Monsters Collide guys? Will it be the original Universal monsters, I guess? Or will it be, you know, maybe Michael Myers? I don't know. We're gonna try Today Cafe for the first time, so let's get a little sandwich here. I'm very hungry. Gotta love a visual menu here. That looks really good. I think I'm gonna get the Little Italy caprese. Got some salads, some flatbreads, all sorts of good stuff. Pastries, breakfast items. Got some dessert here. That looks really good. Key lime tart. Might have to get that. I'm all for the tarts here. All right, I think we're gonna order. See what we get. I got the key lime tart and then a caprese sandwich, which is mozzarella tomato, and you got some basil on there as well. Got a fruit cup as well, and a Coke for $22 with the annual pass discount. So pretty good, and that's a huge tart. Like, it's pretty big as far as like Disney size compared. I think one of the best parts here is like they did like a raspberry jam on the bottom here. It's like bottom layer on the crust with a little raspberry on top. It's really good. Just ate at the Today Cafe. It's really good. I had that caprese sandwich, was fantastic, especially on a hot day. The tomato was really fresh. The basil was really fresh. I actually was shocked. And the cheese was like perfect. It was like melted perfectly onto the sandwich. So highly recommend Today Cafe. And the key lime tart, like I said, was fantastic. It had like the raspberry on the bottom, and the key lime was not too overpowering. Sometimes it can be a little too acidic and it really hurts to kind of eat, but it was a really good match with that raspberry. So highly recommend Today Cafe if you're coming over here to Universal Studios. I'm gonna do the Universal Orlando Horror Makeup Show because I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's at 1 o'clock. So let's go check it out. Might as well do all the Halloween things today, as fall really has kind of started here in Orlando. We know that the start. I love this show.
Hey, there I am. I have my microphone. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Awesome. Welcome to the horror makeup show. Welcome to air conditioning. We know why you're here. You can't hear it. Come on, Mark. Mark. Hey, Mark. I'm dying. Nobody cares. No, too late. I didn't think it was supposed to happen like that, but it works. I stood in front of a window to cast a spell like you're supposed to, you know. I did this for like 3 minutes. What happened? They called security. They chased me all over the place, but I lost them when I went to Fast and Furious. How's that? Because nobody goes there.
All right, we're going to try to recreate some of that here on the stage, and if we have time, I will give you all a sneak peek at a project I've been working on recently for a new kids show.
Is this it?
Yeah, it's behind the curtain over there. It's got nothing to do with this, so I did. Hello! What? Hey.
Hi.
What are you doing? No. Could you social distance yourself away from that curtain, please?
I don't know if I want to.
All the knives and blades that you're going to see on the stage or on the screens today, they're all fake, all right? Now, this is actually serious, no joking right now. All the knives that you're going to see are dull like this, or they're plastic like this, or they're dull and plastic like the Kardashians.
You want to see this?
Uh-huh.
Let's do it.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
Great. I need you to put on this high voltage vest.
No.
How about this low voltage vest?
No.
How about this just regular vest I got at Hot Topic?
How about no? Put the vest on. I don't want to do it. I'm scared.
Nicole! Brooke, we got like a drum roll or something? Perfect. Folks, big round of applause for my good friend, Andy! Yay! Clap your hands.
Oh, thank you. So, that's from a kid show?
Yeah, we're doing Scooby-Doo on steroids. Power's on. He's gonna reset for a couple seconds and then we're gonna get
What's up with the lights?
Nothing, that's normal. That's fine. Yeah, it's great. Okay, slowly. Raise your right hand. Good, he's working. Is he? There you go. But too slowly. All right, this has been used in filmmaking now for a few decades already, so it's really nothing that new. But it's the first time I made something like this, so I'm kind of proud of it. And he can bend at the elbow like this. 1993, the first Jurassic Park movie. The big mechanical T-Rex that's in it, it's the same thing. All right, follow me. You ready? We're gonna get a rhythm going here. Boom, boom, yeah. My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It falls out, I can see it wiggle, wiggle.
Everybody, Nicole, make it good. And Eddie, everybody.
Over here, over here. Eddie, wait. Eddie. Help me. Somebody do something. Why are you all just sitting there? Nels, look what you've done. Nicole? Hey, are you okay? How badly are you hurt? He didn't get you at all? Oh, good for you.
How are you?
I'm so happy.
How are you?
What?
How are you?
I'm waiting for Nicole to ask.
That was called the Universal Orlando's Horror Makeup Show, and here are the show times for that show if you want to go see it. It's a lot of fun. A lot of good humor for kids, adults. It's a pretty good mix of stuff. Lots and lots of fun here. And again, it's right before you get to Central Park, and then right across from Mel's Drive-In. Heading over to Islands of Adventure because we're going to go check out the Halloween shop that they have back near Hogsmeade. I almost blanked on that, but we're going to head back there, check it out. But I will say the crowd's not as high as they were a couple of weeks ago or like a week ago when we came, so Really looking forward to the die down of the summer crowds. I think it's starting to happen, and especially as September comes around, because it's not as crowded here in Orlando. So you'll definitely want to come to Orlando around that time if you can. That the kids are back in school for a couple weeks, because parents are not likely to take their parents or their kids out a couple weeks into school. So right at the beginning of September, maybe past Labor Day, it's not as crowded. So a little bit of a hack, come here during that time, because that officially starts our fall season here as far as like the parks are concerned. So there's usually a lot of questions as far as like, okay, well, if Universal shuts down for Halloween Horror Nights, what does everybody else do? Well, Islands of Adventure will stay open. It does not do Halloween Horror Nights, hasn't for a long time. They tried it here, and then from what I've heard, it just didn't work very well here because it was too congested and not enough places to like place houses. So that's why Universal does it. So if you have a pass, I would highly recommend doing Islands of Adventure. If you're not going to have like a park hopping option, if you just do the one park, then pick the night where Universal's gonna be closed and just do Islands of Adventure instead. This is Poseidon's Fury. Over here on the right hand side of the entrance, you do have Mythos, which is the Greek restaurant over here in Islands of Adventure. We're gonna head back here. That's Fire Eater's Grill. And if you keep heading this way, you're gonna go past this huge like bridge with the snakes on it, head straight back, and it's like this building back here. So we're gonna head in there. It is dedicated to Halloween right now, so see if they got any cool merch. It is called the All Hallows Eve Boutique, and you can also get your little tribute plaque here, so let's head inside. This is so weird because you had Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein in here for like the summer, and they were in their beach attire, but now it's August and it's officially fall. Crazy, crazy. Ashley would like that. It's more her Halloween vibe. I love it. Whoa. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a witch. Horror Night stuff that we saw over in the 5 and Dime. Beautifully dramatic. Bride of Frankenstein. Your Universal Monsters. This is cool though. This is like a dress. Hello Kitty Cat. Oh, spooky. We've seen a lot of this stuff before, especially the candles. They got Wolfman. I think that shop is really just what's new. This is pretty cool though, the Grim Reaper. It's a lot of fun. I like the Wolfman shirt. That's cool. It's like a coin. That's from Home Goods. It's pretty funny. We have that exact same little ghost. Oh. Emperor Sphinx. Bride? No, Dracula. Spooky. $85. You're cool.
Carson, this is
Looks like the Dark Mark. Skulls.
Did you buy these and then you name it?
It's crazy how like this was like basically overnight. This is wild. How much this store changed.
Caleb thinks it himself.
You can look like the bride of Frankenstein.
I misunderstood the design.
It's like all of 90s. Like pumpkins we used to have on our front porch when I was little. It's got a good little vibe in here. That's interesting. If I was the Universal design team, I would definitely put little nods into Halloween Horror Nights just for fun, see if people actually pick up on it. I know they do it in other little tribute stores and stuff. And not this one. This one's just, it's really cool. It feels very hocus pocusy. And I know that's Disney, but it's exactly what the feel looks like. What the heck is this? It's a bag? That's cool. This shirt to the Skull King. $35. Some more Universal monsters. Looks like it like glows with light, like the purple light, black light. That's what I meant. Voodoo dolls. Hey, that's fun. If that's your thing, I guess. And they also kind of glow with the black light. Oh, there's some spooky merch. Yeah, these are fun. I like these. I like the little necklaces with the ghosties. It's a lot of fun. And little mummy. Hocus pocus. Yeah, so very cool that they've done this. I really enjoyed this shop. It's like Wicked Growth, doesn't it? Nod to Wicked Growth, maybe. A lot of fun. It's my favorite house last year. I think that's it. We've seen it all. So that's a really fun shop. If you're not going to Horror Nights and you want your Halloween merch, definitely head back here like into like the Greek area of Islands of Adventure. So it's been about 5 hours since I've been home from Universal. My outro didn't record in the parking garage when I tried to record it, but that was a lot of fun. We went and saw all the props and stages that are now up for Halloween Horror Nights. Announcements should be coming soon. I was looking at like previous dates of announcements and it's like the second week of August, so we should be getting those announcements pretty darn soon for Halloween Horror Nights as far as the 6 houses and the other scare zones that are coming. A lot of speculation, a lot of rumors right now just kind of floating around, but it does seem pretty accurate with the, I guess, the leak of the t-shirt. So I guess we'll find out if those speculations are true here in the coming weeks. But August officially starts fall here in Orlando. I about said Disney. But then comes Horror Nights, then comes Hallows Scream. We got tickets to Hallows Scream. We're going with Matt and Rachel, so that'll be a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of Matt and Rachel here in the fall because we like to do fall things. So that'll be fun. I had a blast walking through Universal, going to the horror show, the makeup show, and then also going back and checking out the new Halloween switch over to the gift shop over in Islands of Adventure. But other than that, it was a really, really fun day. I'm looking forward to Horror Nights, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. We hope to see you guys at the parks and maybe Halloween Horror Nights this fall.